Welcome to day 51 of the 75 Days No Gambling Challenge. Today's message is more than just motivation, it's a mirror. Because I want you to see what's truly possible. See that gambling addiction doesn't have to be your ending. It can be the beginning of the most powerful chapter of your life. You may feel like you're buried, drowning in debt, shame, and regret. But I promise you, you are not alone. And more importantly, you are not stuck. Today I want to share with you 3 powerful true-life stories of people who went from broke, addicted, and hopeless to blessed, healed, and in control. Let their stories speak to your heart. Let their choices plant a seed inside you. If they could climb out brick by brick, day by day, so can you. Story 1. Jason, 34. The high-earning salesman who lost everything. Jason was living the dream, or so it seemed. At 34 years old, he had a 6-figure job in software sales. He drove a new car, traveled often, and just put a deposit down on a condo in Miami. But what no one saw behind the success was a growing online sports betting addiction. Started casually, betting on the NBA Finals with friends, then UFC fights, then late-night parlays, international games he didn't even understand, just to feel the rush. Within 2 years, Jason had blown over $87,000 on gambling. Not from one big loss, but from countless small ones, disguised under the lie, "I'll win it back." He began missing work to place bets. His commission checks didn't even cover his credit card minimums. He took out personal loans to consolidate debt, but really it was just more fuel for the fire. Eventually, HR called him in. His numbers were down. His mood had changed. He wasn't showing up. A month later, he was let go. The dream was over. No income, no condo. He sold it just to stay afloat. Jason hit rock bottom in a motel room, checking his bank balance. $36. That was it. From nearly a 6-figure savings account to nothing. But something inside him clicked that night. For the first time, he said, "I need help." He signed up for therapy, found an online support group, and blocked every betting app permanently. He gave control of his finances to his brother. Started a low-paying customer service job just to stay busy, and slowly, things began to shift. Today, Jason runs a digital mentorship program for men recovering from gambling. He's back on his feet financially. He lives simpler. No flash, no gambling, just peace. He says, "I thought winning meant money. But my greatest win was learning how to live again." Story 2. Lorado, 29. The secret slots addict who found her voice. Lorado always smiled. That's what people remember. Happy, helpful, the type to give you the last R100 in her purse if you needed it. But no one knew that behind her smile was a growing addiction to online slot machines. It started during COVID. She was laid off from her retail job, bored at home, isolated, and anxious. A friend mentioned an app that paid out real money. She won $50 the first time. It felt like magic. She played again and again. And by month 3, she was gambling $400 to $600 a week. She lied to her mom, saying she was buying data for online courses. She pawned her tablet. She borrowed money from 3 different friends. At her lowest point, she used her little sister's school savings. $1,200 meant for tuition, and lost it all in under 90 minutes. That night, Lorado locked herself in the bathroom and sobbed. She couldn't look in the mirror. She felt like a thief, a fraud, a failure. But instead of disappearing into deeper addiction, she finally messaged a YouTube creator who was hosting a no gambling challenge. That message changed everything. She joined a free Telegram group, started journaling, went 24 hours clean, then 3 days, then 1 week. She relapsed twice in the first month, but she kept showing up. She forgave herself, built a morning routine, prayer, walking, affirmations. She made a vision board, learned to cook again, and eventually got a job as an administrative assistant. Today, Lorado is 14 months clean. She's paid back 90% of her debt. And she's building an online community for women recovering from addiction. "I went from ashamed and suicidal," she says, "to free and full of purpose. I don't gamble anymore. I build now." Story 3. Marcus is a father of 3, a blue-collar worker. For years, he worked overtime to support his family. But behind his work ethic was a dark secret. He gambled nearly every paycheck away. It started small scratch cards and the occasional lottery ticket. Then a coworker introduced him to online blackjack. It became his obsession. At night, while his kids were asleep, he'd sit in the kitchen with his phone, chasing back-to-back losses. He told himself he was just trying to win enough to give them a better life. But in truth, he was sinking. In just under 2 years, Marcus lost $48,000. Money meant for a new car, family vacation, school supplies. One day his wife found out. She was trying to pay for groceries and the card declined. Again, she checked the bank statements and saw deposit after deposit to the same gambling site. The confrontation was ugly. She almost left. The kids were confused and hurt. Marcus was humiliated. But that moment broke him open, and he chose honesty. He confessed everything. He called a financial advisor, joined a recovery group, got therapy, deleted every gambling app, changed his bank account passwords. The first 6 months were hard, emotional, raw, filled with guilt. But slowly, trust started to rebuild. He started showing up differently, more present, more transparent, more committed. Today, Marcus and his wife run a small side business delivering groceries in their community. He gives weekly talks at a local men's group on addiction and recovery. He hasn't gambled in over 600 days. His kids trust him again. I was chasing fake wins, he says, but I found something better. Real peace, real love, real purpose. These stories are not fairy tales. They are real. They are raw. They are possible. You can go from broke to blessed, from addicted to awakened, from ashamed to empowered. But it starts with one decision. One I'm done. One I need help. One I'm going to change this for real. So I'm asking you today, are you ready to become your own story? Are you ready to go from victim to victor? Drop a comment below and say, I'm starting my comeback. Share your story if you feel brave, even a piece of it. There's healing in speaking it out loud. And if you're serious about this, grab the tools that help these survivors get back on track. The Habit Tracker, the Budget Planner, the Expense Tracker. Available now on my PayHip store. Link in the description below.
This is day 51. You've made it this far. The only thing left to do is finish stronger than you started. From broke to blessed. Let that be your story next.